Hi everybody! Today I want to show you how I made this string art project. I learned how to do this when I was a little girl, and I can tell you right now that I love doing it as much now as I did when I was young. And I don't see it done very much anymore. I found a few pictures done online, but I wanted to show you because this is so much fun, so relaxing, and you could get so creative. I chose to do a butterfly on this plaque and the word gratitude because I think it is so important for me to remember to be grateful for everything. So I wanted to make a plaque for my living room. And I think it turned out beautiful. And I'm not sure if it looks as beautiful on the camera as it does in real life, but everybody who has seen it is like, wow, I love that. And I think you will be surprised at how beautiful you could make your project too. I am really excited about starting this project with you, so let's get started.
For this project you will need a scrap piece of wood, small nails, I will list the size I used below, a hammer, needle nose pliers, crochet thread, paint, a paintbrush, sandpaper, tape, and a drawn out pattern or a printed pattern on a piece of paper. The first thing I do is lightly sand all the edges of my piece of wood to smooth out any rough edges. After my wood is sanded, I laid my wood on a piece of paper to be sure I wouldn't get paint on anything when I painted. I chose a green paint. I gave it 2 coats of paint to be sure that the wood was covered well.
The next thing that I did was I came up with an idea for the design that I wanted to put on my board. I printed it off on my computer. Now the word gratitude was quite long and my board was tall and I couldn't fit it all on one piece of paper, so I put part of the word on one piece of paper and part of the word on another.
I used Adobe Photoshop to help me pick my font and size my designs. I cut around my design so I could see where it would look best on my wood. Then I taped the edges of the design down so it wouldn't move when I hammered the nails.
Okay, when you hammer your nails, you can use your fingers, but it's going to be a little bit harder to use your fingers, as you can see by how I started mine. I totally forgot how I did this when I was a kid, but then I remembered real quick after I started hammering my nails. So the best way to do it is to get a pair of needle nose pliers, and then you take your nail and you put it in the tip of your needle nose pliers, and then you hammer it like this.
I place the tip of the nail on the line of my design and hammer the tip of the nail into the board. I only give the nail a few light taps with the hammer, just enough to make the nail hold firmly in place. I try to make all the nails the same height, so keep your eye on how hard you tap your nail. A smaller hammer will encourage a lighter tap and make it easier to hit the small nail. I use my pliers to straighten the nails that may be a little crooked. Once you get the hang of using the pliers and nails, it goes quite fast and becomes much easier. Between each nail is about 1 nail head apart, so they are pretty close together. The next step is to pick the color of thread that you would like to use for your project and where you want the colors to go. I use the red heart crochet thread, but you can experiment with different yards and threads.
I'm going to use a paintbrush and some paints to cover each of the heads. I wanted to see how this turned out. I saw somebody else do this and I thought it was like really cool, so I wanted to give it a try too. Like, I'm going to have red hearts. I'm going to pick red paint to paint the color onto the tops of the nails.
I used a small paintbrush to put a dab of glue on each head. I chose pink for the word gratitude, red for the hearts, brown for the body of the butterfly, and blue for the wings. By leaving the paper on the board, you ensure that the paint won't accidentally drop on the board.
Now that the paint on the nails are dried, I can take my paper and peel off my paper from the project. If you are having a hard time getting the paper out from in between the nails, you could also use your needle nose pliers to pull it out from in between the nails.
Another easy tip is to take a longer nail and try to lift the paper to the top of the nail before ripping the paper off. It helps lift the paper from around the bottom of the nails and leaves less paper to pick off around the nails.
Now we're finished picking off all the paper. And here's another tip. You might want to use a pair of tweezers if they're really stuck around the nails, because some of them had a little bit of a hard time coming off. That's why I used a nail to kind of pull it up first before I ripped it off. It made that problem a little bit easier. Now I'm going to get my string and I'm going to start wrapping my nails.
I tie the string onto a nail with a couple of simple knots like this, and then I cut the string off. Now I start wrapping the string around the nails. It is important to hold your string with a tight tension. This will help the string stay wrapped around the nail as you move to wrap the next nail. I use my fingernails to push the string under the head. That way the string will stay on the nail.
Alright, one of the things that I want you to remember when you're doing this craft is to be relaxed about it. When you are wrapping your string around your nails, I want you to just let it flow. Let it come out the way it's going to come out. If you think that it doesn't look quite right, you could always pull the string off and start again.
When I put a couple of layers onto one nail, it makes the next layer easier to stay on the nail if you push the first layer down with your finger like this. Larger projects can have really cool string designs. Experiment with different ways to wrap the string from nail to nail in order to get different styles. It is so much fun to see how it will turn out. Remember to relax and enjoy yourself. When I am done with a section and I am ready to end my string, I cut my string and tie a couple of simple knots like I did when I started my string.
I hope you enjoyed watching me make my gratitude plaque today, and I would love to hear from you if you give this a try. Oh yeah, and if you do one of these projects, share it to our Facebook, because everybody on Facebook loves to see your projects. I wanted to show you also the other projects that I made. Now I'm going to put pictures of this stuff up on the Facebook page as well. But this is a dream catcher, which I love dream catchers. I think they're the coolest things ever, and you could get so creative with any kind of dream catcher. I also made another dream catcher because I had so much fun with that one. This one's a rainbow dream catcher with a heart in the middle. It's so much fun, I'm telling you, and you really want to give this a try. But if you are interested in me showing you how I did my dream catchers, I could make another video on how to do this. Leave a message down below, and if I see that people are interested in it, I'll do another video. Well, I guess that's it. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
These boys are Minecraft crazy.
Hey, there's Dustin's skin here.
Let me see. Oh, isn't he cool?
There's me. This is my skin.
So that's you? I'm trying to talk the boys into showing you how to make people. Look at these scary spiders. Ah! Oh, look, there's a witch. Look. That's a witch. Is she scary? What's this one? Oh, a zombie. Ah! Oh, those witches have big noses, don't they? Look how big their noses are.
In the real game. Yeah,
Is that what they look like in the game?
yeah. Show.
Look, they move their arms up and down like this. Oh my gosh, look, I pulled their arms off.
I know.
So like,
They sneak up
they
behind you.
walk up behind you and then they do what?
They hiss and then they blow up.
No, they don't go. They go.
Oh,
And then
okay.
they blow up.
So let's give it a chance to say la 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 la. Like that?
Yeah, that's a good
Yep.
impression.
Yeah.
It's a Minecraft cake for the boy's birthday. And look, and they're all getting sucked into the block. Because I had to put the lid on it. Awesome.
Happy birthday, boys!